Okay, dictionaries in Python. So we know what a dictionary is, right? And a dictionary is a collection of words, and every word has a meaning, right? So it's essentially the same thing in Python, where a dictionary has something we call a key and a value associated with that key. So it's essentially like a dictionary of words, right? Behaves like that, obviously. So the key value pair can be anything. So let's look at a simple example, right? So this is again it's a collection of key and value pairs. So this is called the key, this is the value. So you can basically use this key to get this value, right? So this value, in other words, is associated with this key. So and Python uses curly braces for dictionaries. So again, square brackets are used for lists. Parentheses are used for tuples. Curly braces are used for dictionaries, and also the dict function is used just like the list function. There's always an associated function with an object like this. So that's a dict function. If you want to convert let's say a list into a dictionary, you can do that if the list is in a particular format. We'll look at examples later on that would show this. So you can print out the dictionary. Again, this is the console that I'm showing you here. So if you use the type function, it's going to tell you that the class is dictionary, and then you can use square brackets to basically get the value. So if you type in the key over here, you get the value, right? So you type in the word, like you get the definition, right? Or you type in the key, you get the value. So again, that same dictionary, you can get the items of the dictionary, right? You can with the dot items method, and you see that you get a collection of all the items in the dictionary. You can iterate over the dictionary by using this format. So for key and then value in d.items, you can print out the key and value. So now you can see that there are two values associated with each tuple in the dictionary, right? With each key value pair in the dictionary. So if you iterate over this, you can print out the key and the value associated with it. So A is associated with 1, you can see, and B is 2, and C is 3, right? You can also add and delete items to the dictionary. So here we are going to add. So you can use square brackets to introduce a new element, right? So now if you do that, you can see that we have added this element or key value pair in the dictionary. You can delete also, so you can if you use the del function, and then type in d with square brackets and the key value pair you want to delete, and so you can see that we got rid of this key value pair in the dictionary, just abd. And it doesn't have to be numbers, it can be strings also. Again, we're gonna add another element to the dictionary, another key value pair, and the d has a hello in it now. Now now let's look at, so now you can, one more thing, you can see that d had a value of 5, and I entered d the same key, and I give it a different value, so it modified that particular key to change its value from 5 to hello. Okay, so it modified the dictionary. Okay, so one thing is that if you want to create an independent copy in Python, you have to do the following. You have to use the dot copy option. So if you want to, let's say, create a copy of the dictionary that you're using, then you have to do this, right? So now d2 is a copy of d, right? And if you type in d, it's a1, and then d is d hello, right? Now d2 is also this. Now if you clear d2, right, you can see that d still stays the same. So if you, let's say, go ahead and try this in Python. If you just do this, d underscore 2 is equal to d, this is gonna basically create a copy, a carbon copy, and essentially that if you change D, it's going to change D2 also. If you want to create an independent copy, and this is sort of like ubiquitous in Python, that you whenever you create copies of Python objects, you have to use the .copy method to create an independent copy. So now you can see that I cleared up the dictionary D2, and nothing happened to D, and D2 is all empty. It's an empty dictionary now. Okay, so let's look at an example again. So this is a good example of where you would use a dictionary of like, let's say you want to create a phone book of numbers. So now each key is the name of the person, and then value is the number of that person, and so on. So you have 3 key value pairs. You can also add, again, you add Joe over here with his number and Chris with his number, and then the dictionary has these new key value pairs. Okay. Another example that so this is a dictionary of test scores of students, right? Another good example. So now this has the student name, which is the key, and the value is a list over here, list of results from 3 tests, right? And so you can add a student. So this part, we're adding a student to the dictionary, and then you can also basically get Kayla's scores, and then define a variable and store those test scores in a variable, and then print that out. So dictionaries are very important in especially like when you use data science, and these are used a lot. One of the most important data types or objects in Python.